Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Contest Speed EU1. Apologies for the late arrival. I've been watching the first runs of qualifying underway, so they're all going to head out for their second runs now. So here's EU1. We've got 14 drives this evening. Dara hopefully should be here, but he hasn't told me he's not going to, so we'll find out. AJ looks like he's going to start a lap and we'll go on board with the Red Bull as we head down towards turn 1. And open DRS for the first time on this lap towards turn 2, down, slightly downhill corner off camber, back end scrolls out. See if he keeps in. He's going to keep his foot in. Cool. That's turn 3. Fast turn 4. Watching the track limits there. Very much within the track limits. Rolling curve of turn 5. This Red Bull is looking a bit of a handful at the moment. Chicanes of 7 and 8. They're a little bit flatter than what they have been. Running the exit curve of 9. Oh, and round we go. That Red Bull setup looks a bit on the loose side, to say the least. Any news for this evening? I'll let you know. Here we go. So we have Borgia comes in for Schumacher in the Alpine. Tom Carter fills the Haas seat. Vavo fills the Ferrari seat. Ricky fills the Aston Martin seat, so he won't score points. And Dara should be filling in the other McLaren seat alongside Vaporizer. So Tom Carter, Vavo, and Borgia all should be scoring points for their teams. They are all EU2 drivers, so they're going to. They did their race yesterday, and they're going to have another crack at it today. Hako's not on a lap. Where's Tom? We'll have a look at Tom. Tom's through the first sector turn, through turn 7 and 8. Turn 9, 10 and 11. Purple through the middle sector. Couple of corners to go. We've got turn 12, 13. Be patient on the throttle. You see him there, feed it in. We're going to go the same for turn 14, feeding that throttle all the way through to about 4th gear where you stamp on it. And Tom crosses the line, does a 14.9. Displaces Gokai. Don Ammo is on a lap. I'm gonna want to go on board with Vaporizer. Why not? Just go on board with Vaporizer. Here we go. Got there eventually. And that round the Hungary. Track that's been on the calendar for quite a number of years now. We're heading to turn 2. This is marked as turn 2, but I think it should be turn 3. This is now turn 3, sweeping right-hander up towards the infamous turn 4. In the past, we've seen this corner be really tricky for the drivers in different games, but it's a lot better. Purple through the middle sector as we exit turn 5. Chicane of 6 and 7, as I mentioned, the course a bit flatter. Running on the apex of turn 8. Shift the car through the gears. Get that front turning through 9 and 10. Swing it through turn 11. Purple again in the middle sector. Clips the inside curve of 12. Patient now for the last couple of corners to see how much performance of the tyres we got left. As we eke the throttle through the last corner. DRS open for the second time. Vaporizer does a 14.6. your quick hot lap round Hungary. Everybody sets a lap time. And they all look to be on their in laps. So the guys will watch the stream back. Some of them usually do. You want to know what the points are, don't we? We have, including tonight, it's 3 rounds remaining. And on a technicality, PW Jones could still win the championship, but on countback, there is 78 points available, and Vaporizer has a 78-point lead. The 3 guys at the top of the championship. It helps when you've done all the races compared to a few of them. So Vaporizer's won 188, PW Jones 110, Hacko 106, Tom's on 100. Bear in mind, Tom's picked 100 points up from 6 races. So, you double that, it's 200 points from 12 races. So it would be quite close between Tom Robbo and Vaporizer if Tom had done the entirety of the season. He joined a few races ago. A few battles for the minor places. Yeah, it's been an interesting year for season once again for EU1. Some guys have shown great promise, but then haven't completed many races, which has been a bit disappointing. Jack's one of them. He's done 3 races but got 2 podiums. Obviously, Elliot's unfortunately having to stop, which meant Vaporizer's gap in the championship is as wide as it is because Elliot's actually on Elliot's on 145 points as a reserve. We live. Thank you for the follow. The channel has got over 1,000 followers now. It's only just been done recently. AJ at the moment pretty much level pegging with his current time. Good to see him back in racing this week. An important team event coming up in a few weeks' time. So he has done, that will probably be his last run with 2 minutes and 17 seconds left on the clock left. So we'll go on board with, sorry, I just dropped the phone. He's currently out on that. There's an Alpine out somewhere. Can't find it. Must be Maxim. Currently half a second off the pole time. Bear in mind, EU2 pole yesterday, for those interested, was a 14. I think it was a 14.798, which is absurd. That was Yelp that did that. He was formerly racing EU1 historically a few seasons ago, so that kind of explains it. Bryson has dropped it. Turn 2. That's interesting. Yeah, so Yelp did a 114. Oh, Maxime as well. He dropped that one. And that will be a lap abandoned. Surely. What's Babo doing? He's slowed down. AJ's not on a lap. Hendrick. Is starting his. It'll be his first soft run of the session. Those of you watching throughout the session that was been clever enough to spot it. He has chosen the harder selection of tyres because he's had a hard run and a medium run in this session. So an interesting way to go. Puts a lot of pressure on getting the one-shot quali right. As the checker flag has fallen. Henrik went purple middle sector, but I think that could just be a personal best. Coming round the final corner and does a 15.8. Let's look towards the protagonist for pole position. Tom is up quite a bit on his time, and this could be pushing pole position. It does push pole position by 200. Vaporizer instantaneously answers back with a 14.5 of his own. Half a tenth quicker. Yeah, Vavo, you have to wait because I can't do much about it now. As Ricky comes across the line. And he did a 15.5 in the end. So the same as yesterday really, but apart from the times are a little bit quicker. Vaporizer and Tom are half a second ahead of everybody else. And it's quite close. We've got Gokai, Maxime and PW Jones, and then we go back a couple of tenths to Vabo, then Ricky, Dynamo, AJ, Hendricks got himself in there as well, Borja, Hacko, Tom Carter and Bryson. So it's going to be probably between the top two, possibly for the win, unless somebody has some excellent midfield pace. We're going to have a close battle for the podium position, and then everybody else is going to be scrapping out from about P6 down. Blizzard. Oh, sorry. Tyres. Let's see what happens. Who's going to select what? Whilst they're doing their setups, let's have a look at the constructors. We've done the drivers, we haven't done the constructors as of yet. constructors between Alpine, Williams and McLaren, only 29 points in it. Right, 4, 4, 5, and lights out, away we go for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Vaporizer leads Tom as we head down into turn 1, but I think Tom's going to get the inside line, and he does. Everybody else, there's contact at the back, but I think we're hopefully all pointing in the right direction still. File our way down through turn 3 for the first time. 3 or 4 wide as we go through here. We got back here Ricky and the Mercedes. It's crazy as we're going up to turn 4. Someone's going to have to yield. And thankfully, we've all somehow made it through as an Aston Martin goes wide. Echo and AJ swap also. Hopefully everybody's still got some kind of front wing. We do. So Tom leads the way from Vaporizer. Vaporizer's lost it off the jump. We'll have a look at the tyres. That's why, because look, Tom on the softs, everybody down to Ricky's on the hards. We've got a couple of mediums, and Valo's also on the soft tyre. So Tom burning that battery to try and get the gap between himself and Vaporizer, so we're not stuck on a DRS train, which we can see around here. Why is it now doing that? Because I want to see Ricky and Hendrick go side by side. So Ricky and Hendrick, who we got? So Tom Carton wants to probably try and make a move on the medium tyres. Tom Carter down the inside of Ricky, turn 1 on the medium tyres. DRS is activated now. Ricky and Tom went at it a bit last night from the EU2 race, which I should know the results from, but I don't, as I was racing it. Yeah, so Ricky fancies this track. Ricky last night got a podium. Tom finished in 7th. EU2, like most tiers, was subject to a last safety car, which we've seen maybe on the odd occasion so far this season, decided by a late safety car. Babu is struggling. I would suggest he may have either made a mistake or, a little bit worrying, those tyres would have overheated. AJ currently the cork in the bottle. I think now he's got past Hacko, he can hopefully pick up the speed. Get himself back within DRS, which I think he's just about to do. So we have a train from Dynamo all the way down to Vabu, down in 14th position. you can see the position changes so far. So Tom Carter has made up a few. 5 places. Vabu's down 8. So the soft tyre strategy there has not really worked. Possible bit, a couple of instances as well, but yeah, those were the biggest winners and losers from the opening few laps. Dynamo at the moment lost another half a second that lap to Go-Kart in 5th, who's just sitting behind PW Jones. In fact, Dynamo's just lost that place to Hendrick. Hendrick gets past, so let's see what Hendrick's place is like. Can he do something about the leading 5? AJ has got past Ricky as they head side by side through the last corner. DRS is open. Hako's looking to get involved as well, and Hako's got past both of them. Alpine on the grass, AJ down the inside. Side by side on the exit, and so is Tom Carter and Dynamo. Still going to go side by side. Tom Carter and Dynamo for turn 3. Tom's on the grass. We can see that in front. AJ's on board via the front wing. Hendrick's not really gained or lost too much ground, but Dynamo's the one that's the driver struggling at this early stage. Gap to the lead, meanwhile, is 2 seconds. But I expect Vaporizer to start possibly eating into that gap in a lap or so's time. We'll keep an eye on this battle for P7. Maybe as Tom is pushing Dynamo through the last corner. He's going to go to the outside. Into the outside of turn 1. And there you go, you can see on your screens in that top left hand corner, Vaporizer got the gap down to now 1.5 seconds, eating away at Tom's lead. And Vabu, a bit like Tom, maybe they are now beginning to struggle on those soft tyres. The question is though, are we going to see a soft, medium, or are we going to see a soft to hard strategy? Which I think would be intriguing. So we're 100% in this race. We have a top 2 at the moment. Then, as predicted, 3rd, 4th and 5th. And then a fight to the death for 6th, 7th and 8th and down. Ricky's come in on the hard tyre. So I would suggest that is some kind of damage there. Or is he doing well, if it's not damaged, he's going for a super extreme undercut, and he's going to try and get mediums to the end, which would be brave. Gap out front is less than a second. That's the first time we've seen that since the opening lap. We're now on lap 8 of 35 here in Hungary. And there you go, you see top right hand corner, Tom was down, he needed 2.5 seconds on his personal best. I believe it was 2.3. I think that's a good indication to suggest the soft tyres are definitely falling away now. We'll keep an eye on that gap for Maxime. As Dynamo has lost another place, but I think Akko may have got a bit of contact there on the exit. That's a bit of a tank slapper, and instead of gaining a place, he's lost 2 places, has Akko. Risen as go ahead. And Akko's peeled off there and let Forger through. That's interesting. Tom still leads from Vaporizer, who is closing in. Slowly but surely. Britain's just overtaken Don Ammo. Turn 1. A very popular spot. You can see what Fresh Tyres has done for Ricky's race. He's taken a second out of the leaders on that last lap. And that gap's sneaking towards being under 32 seconds. So let's have a look to see in a couple of laps time where Ricky's going to be once people start making or start thinking about doing some pit stops. Probably going to see Tom, AJ, Borja, Vabu and Tom. So both the Toms actually come in the next 5 or 6 laps, maybe. Vabu has come into the pits. So there's now some gaps that are starting to form. There's a yellow flag. Is that Gokai? It is Gokai. Gokai's spun it, lost it at the turn of. What's that? Turn 9? Turn 9? Turn 10? Red Panda, don't worry, sir. As I said, thank you for doing EU2 yesterday. We wouldn't have commentary for our race. Oh, Shazoo, Tom blocks Vaporizer. Vaporizer's definitely looking to try and get this move done. He's not going to get done into 3. It's allowing the guys behind to slowly catch in if they are not careful. Borgia and Don Ammo going side by side. Don Ammo fighting this one out with Borgia. Mediums versus the hard tyre. Sacco slides his way through. Again, Don Ammo. We've seen that a few times tonight. Pushing the other car out onto the curb. Defending that inside live through turn 3. Ricky's gap to lead is 28.6 seconds, so rapidly closing in the last couple of laps. Just going to make those tyres last though, in order to do so. Head back out front because I have a feeling we may see a move for the lead. Overtake and DRS now this time. Tom to the inside, Vaporizer to the outside. Tom shows him the curb again. What's he going to be able to do this time? Still no is the answer for Vaporizer. He's going to have to wait another lap. Borgia meanwhile passed on Ammo. Hacko is in close pursuit as well. Gokai's lost 5th all the way down to 12th. That's cost him. That spin. The question is, how long is Tom going to be able to go on for here? Is he going to keep defending and fighting Vaporizer, or is he going to now box because they're both losing so much time? Maxim's caught in by a second, 2.3 seconds the gap now. And this time, Vaporizer to the outside again. Tom's going to show him a bit more of the curb. I think this time Vaporizer is going to have enough traction to do so. He's going to go down the inside. And Tom's got no way to fight it back. Not this time around. Vaporizer is through. Now what can he do? Is he going to try and bolt? Will we see a gap develop now through this middle sector? Quite possibly, as Donamo is in the pits and has bolted on a set of medium tyres. Which is very interesting. Donamo's coming early. He's gone hard to medium. That is okay. That's very interesting. Vaporizer's not been able to shake Tom this lap, and Tom's got the DRS. Maxim's got the gap down between himself and the front two to just under 2 seconds. It's very interesting that Dynamo has come in that early on a set of hard tyres. But we saw Ricky do that. That's what Ricky's done. Ricky's on 6 lap mediums, and he was on the hard tyres earlier on in the race. Did like 8 laps on them. Borgia, meanwhile, it's gone more traditional and is stuck on a set of hard tyres, which is kind of what the split we would be roughly looking for in terms of strategy. Tom needs to try and keep himself within DRS for as long as he can. He has though decided to come into the pits. I'm expecting the medium tyre possibly. If it's the hard tyre, he would have done it ages ago. So how can it be mediums for Tom? I might be going on board with him. And it is mediums for Tom. AJ's coming as well. Tom Carr is closer down Hendrick. Tom's now going to go mediums all the way to the end of the race now. Bolting those on. So he has come out currently 20.2 seconds behind Vaporizer in their battle for what looks to be the win between those two. Having said that, Maxime has responded after being dropped away in the first. Oh, Tom's picked up a penalty. How crucial that's going to be. That's going to be the exit of turn 4. And he's being held through. Is he? No, Bryson's let him go. Maybe that's just the superior grip. So Tom's 19.1 seconds. So what's that, a couple of seconds already? Excuse me. Vaporizer 1.7 seconds from Maxine. Hendrick's come in. And Tom goes through. And stay there. A lot of guys just bolting on them. Bolting on the medium tyre. Tom is just flying 16.6, so what does Vaporizer do here? Does he pit and go onto some mediums and match him? In my mind, I think he's just going to have to hang it out and go softs at the end, but he's going to leave himself so much work to do either way. And that's, we're presuming, if Tom just goes mediums to the end. Tom could surprise us and go, I don't know, medium soft. Who knows? 17.9 then. Fastest lap has been demolished. It's only taken a couple of laps. He's up to speed. The only thing you have to question is how important does that penalty play further down the line? Maxime has got past Bryson. That is up towards turn 4. I think Bryson just let him through. Again, Bryson, sorry. Running two completely different races. Yeah, you can see how much more grip Maxime's got already. 1.7 seconds he's done in basically 7 corners. Vaporizer does pit. And he is going to bolt on a set of mediums. So Tom pumping in those laps, forcing the hand of the McLaren driver, who is now going to come out behind Maxime. Wow. So Maxime's done one extra lap, came in a lap earlier, and he's managed to overturn a 2.7 second gap, close to 3 seconds. He was 1.8 before entering the pits behind. He's now 1 second in front. AJ is getting close, or he's close to Hendrick even. Maxime has just caught Tom at the wrong time here. So he's now going to give Vaporizer DRS as Tom comes into the pits. Yeah, PW Jones does as well. So Shizou Tom leads by 6.7 seconds. To Maxime, Vaporizer, and then Ricky at the moment. There you go, look at that. Ricky's done his stop. He's then, because of how early he stopped, he's now 4th on the road, which is a few places higher than where he was when he came into the pits. So Tom currently has a 6.6 second lead. Technically that's going to be a 3.6 second lead because of his penalty. And can these drivers now keep all the medium tyres in their working ranges and not overheat them? So everybody on the mediums, we're expecting to go to the end. Tom's going to go to the end of those softs you've seen down in P11. The only two people that probably could stop again would be Ricky and Vabu. I think they're going to try and hang it out. Vaporizer gone ahead of Maxime into turn 1. Now it's Vaporizer's turn to go and hunt down the Williams. Vabu's past Ricky. We saw that happening last lap. Vabu with Vabu with EU2. Didn't race last night. This is his chance. Who's he got here? Oh, Ricky's under pressure from PW Jones. He's got Hendrick and AJ with him. Meanwhile, the battle up front, Maxime staying with Vaporizer. Vaporizer just pumped in the new fast lap of a 17.2. Gap to the leader is now down to 2.6 seconds. There is a crash. It's Vabu, and Vabu has found his way into the pit lane. Oh, and he's disqualified because he blocks the pit lane. And we have a safety car, and the majority of the leaders went past the pit lane. Vabu has done a dracer. Sorry, Andreas, if you ever hear this. So, safety car, I thought has picked up the leaders. It hasn't. The leaders have gone through, interestingly, which means now we have a bit more choice as to what happens regarding pit stops. So, are we going to see anybody come in? If so, what are we going to put on? Is it going to be a set of mediums or is it going to be a set of softs? Tom is in. Vaporizer's got himself in. Maxime has stayed out. Good, been brave. I like it. However, I think those two are going to, Vaporizer and Tom, are going to be able to pit and get back out again. Ricky has pitted. PW Jones has stayed out. Oh, Dynamo! No! Dynamo's got a safety car. Oh! Well, I mean, if we want to talk about in terms of like constructors and helping your teammate out, PW Jones has helped Tom out by coming out in front of Vaporizer. Or work it the other way around. Vaporizer coming out behind PW Jones after his pit stop. Who would have thought? The Constructors Championship in EU1, I have not spoken about this evening, so let's take the time to do that. So, on 229 points, you have Alpine. Williams are on 222, and McLaren are on 200. So, as it stands, Williams will go ahead. Oh, let me think about this. No, Williams will stay behind Alpine by 2 points. No, that's still not right. Williams at the moment will pick up 33 points. 18 for second, 15 for third. And Williams and then Alpine will pick up 25. So that's 8 points, and there's a gap of 7. So Williams at the moment, as it stands, will go ahead by 1 point. We have 2 races to go. So safety car is still out. Everybody, I would say, pretty much as expected, out on the medium tire. Safety car is in, everybody. When we cross the line, we're going to have 11 laps left of this Hungarian Grand Prix. It's very slow. Tom's staring at the back of that Alpine. And Maxime has gone. And I tell you what, he's done okay there. Not the easiest track to do a restart. And Dynamo's car's put him on the other set of mediums because he tried to serve his drive-through. You can't do that until you've all gone through. Battle for the lead, it's Tom and Maxime. Tom tried to do the up and under. The old switcheroo. And Maxime's held on. PW Jones is now being slightly harassed by I think Tom's gonna go down the inside. It's not there. Door's been shut. More importantly, Vaporizer's still not being able to get past his teammate, so ball is definitely in his court. Oh, a late move there, the old switch back underneath. Both trying to outfox each other. And I'm expecting two moves to be made here. I'm possibly expecting the move out front. Oh, Vaporizer, big send. We saw that with a helicopter. PW Jones saw him coming. Gave him the space. Tom half looking down the inside of turn 3. Maxime again really wide. Tom's looking for a switch back underneath to get better drive as we head up to turn 4. Fantastic overhead shots that we're getting here. So you can see the distance. All firing through. Everybody within DRS of each other, which will be activated. Which will be enabled this time round. Which should make things very interesting. Everybody other than PW Jones, who looks to be struggling. Tom with a better line through those grippier mediums. Tom's going to fake it to the inside. Maxime's moved, but he can't move back across now. Tom brakes, locks it up, but gets it done. Vaporizer, can he sneak through? PW Jones is working really hard to try and hold him off. Vaporizer's through as well in the same spot as Tom. Okay. Orchester. Over 9th and 10th. Orchester's another spot. 2 spots, 3 spots. Bison's 3. Britain's not really made those softs work at the moment. Oh, I think Tom is trying to piece the scene very early. He has broken the gap. Remember, Tom's got that 3-second penalty, so he needs to try and extend it as much as you can. To ensure he gets the win. Vaporizer DRS not quite close enough. Oh, and touches the back of the Alpine for good measure. DRS open as we head down towards turn 3. Maxime just slots in behind. And Vaporizer is through, so the gap is 2.5 seconds. Tom, Bryson and Borgesa again. .8, Tom is trying to put the hammer down. Try and extend that gap. We see a massive train all the way down. PW Jones is going to lose a couple of places. seeing under pressure from Hendrick. Oh, and that's the Alpine of Ricky gone for a move. And I believe that's Tom as well. That has been collected. And it's a safety car because both the track cars were stopped on track. The gap was there, I think, for Ricky, but it wasn't particularly controlled, that move. And frustration for Tom because he was building that gap to be over 3 seconds, which he needs. Be interested to see if everybody comes in for a change of tyres. Flurry of activity in the pit lane. Some of the leaders have pitted. Tom, Vaporizer and Maxime have all pitted. On the soft tyre, Hendrick stayed out. Both the Red Bulls stayed out. PW Jones didn't lose out too much, actually. Got away with that. Considering Williams were having to double stack down there in the pit lane. So the safety car has now picked up the provisional leaders, which means we're going to have this lap and next lap. So I believe we're going to have 4 laps of green flag racing at the end. The last 2 laps of which are going to be with the use of DRS. Okay, sorry about that. I have returned just in time for the safety car lights to go out, and we are about to get a restart here. So we've got 3 guys that are brave enough to stay out here and stay out on the mediums. And Hendrick has gone, and he's gone quite early, and I would say that's a very decent restart for our provisional leader. Tom is dumping that battery to try and get that overtake done as soon as he can. He's got a nice gap to Vaporizer. Looks to have fallen asleep. Tom down the inside. Gokai's seen him coming. 1 position done for Tom in his quest to try and stay on the podium with that 3-second penalty. I can't believe that's the only one this evening so far. It's been pretty decent from EU1 this evening from those that have attended. Vaporizer is trying to go down the inside of Gokai. Oh, and there's contact. That looked terrible camera angle, and we couldn't really see that. And so even more so then, Tom's could possibly take this till next week. He's down the inside of AJ through the last corner. That's opportunistic, and now he's going to dump the battery. This is where he's got to make the move. Remember, 78 points is the lead in the championship. At the moment, Vaporizer will be crowned this evening as the champion as it stands. Tom is too far back to put any or make any efforts to be involved, and PW Jones currently is only in 5th place. It's not enough at the moment. And Maxime now with that extra grip is just tucked up behind AJ, and that gap is nearly 3 seconds out front. AJ's going to defend it. He wants a podium. And we have 2 laps to go. Tom has got his 3 seconds that he needs. And Maxime is desperately trying to get past. AJ moves to touch late. Maxime down the inside. And he gets it done. PW Jones is trying to get up there as well, but he's going to lose a place possibly to Hacko as he pushes AJ through turn 3. I'll tell you what, this is looking more and likely that Tom's somehow going to win this. You see the difference in speed, how they're all holding up. Vaporizer was 3.6 seconds off the back of these. It's now 2.2. Maxime's close, but not close enough to Hendrick. He's going to have to wait till turn 1, and it's going to be too late then. We see a long snake. And I'm going to be amazed if everybody's going to be pointing in the same direction when we head down to turn 1 for the final time. Hendrick to the outside, Maxime to the inside. Hendrick gets it done. AJ with a slide, and that could be costly. PW Jones has made his way through. Further back, was that a move from Bryson on Borgia? It was. And Borgia's going to go back through. He's gone wide though. It's going to get 3 wide. Brazilian's going to go around the outside of Borgia. Here we go into the chicane. This is going to get scrappy. Elbows out. AlphaTauri harsh across the turn. Vaporizer down the inside, taking 3. Oh, he's been clipped. The second time in the race we've seen him be clipped. That's possibly not going to matter too much. PW Jones is trying to get past for the podium. But Tom's going to take the win. Maxime's going to hold on to P2. Hendrick and to the line. I don't know, it was really close. Bryson Vaporizer is going to finish in 10th. 17 thousandths of a second then between Hendricks and PW Jones. I'm sure there'll be a few words said at the end there. The safety cars come out, but that's because people had crashes. So, Chizu Tom takes the win and takes it with his 3-second penalty as well. So, well done, Tom, for his efforts after that last restart. Maxime finishes in P2. Hendrick picks up P3, holding off PW Jones in that last lap battle. Hako finishes 5th. AJ finishes 6th. Borges 7th. Ricky in 8th. Bryce in 9th. Vaporizer 10th. After going for overtook 3 cars, ended up being behind 3 cars there on the last lap. Gokai in 11th. Tom 12th. And then Dynamo and Vabu with DNFs to conclude proceedings. Just while we're heading to the home screen and everything else, I shall do my piece. Thank you for everybody watching this evening. Thank you for some of the guys with your comments throughout the race. We are on a break week next week, other than EU2. Yay! EU2 have got to do their Monaco race next week, which I'm sure they're all excited about, including myself. The next EU1 action you will see will be on the 30th of November. There are 2 races to go. We have Qatar, and then Spa will be the last race. So the next EU action is next Wednesday. The next scheduled action is in 2 weeks' time, as I believe it's Thanksgiving week next week, so I think that's possibly some of the reason why there's a gap in proceedings. I don't really know, to be honest. So yeah, after tonight, 2 rounds left, so it means we should, all being well, we should finish the season 12 on the 7th of December. Hopefully there's not any reruns. Keep an eye out on our social medias. We've got Twitter and Instagram that heavily get used. This stream will be uploaded to YouTube quite soon. It'll be in the next couple of days, so people can rewatch it again. If not, rewatch it on the Twitch. Thank you for to the new followers. The channel's now over 1,000, which is a massive achievement from where it has come from. all normal service should be resumed next week. You'll have your usual in 2 weeks' time, you'll have your usual commentators of Lewis and Red Panda, I believe. Thank you very much for watching, and good night.